Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into, well, quite a stack of sources, actually. They give us this fascinating snapshot of, the real cutting edge in artificial intelligence. We're talking everything from the high-stakes, almost unbelievable race for AI talent to these mysterious new devices that could, well, fundamentally change how you interact with technology.
And even how AI itself might start, paying its way. It's a moment of truly rapid evolution in the tech world, it feels like.
Definitely.
Well, to try and connect the dots between big tech's ambitious, sometimes pretty covert moves, the quiet development of some groundbreaking new hardware, and importantly, the shifting economics.
Right, the money side.
Exactly. That's going to shape how you experience AI very soon. We're pulling insights from recent TLDR editions, great for quick tech summaries, and TechCrunch, the go-to for startup news, sort of a shortcut to getting you up to speed.
Yeah, our mission today is really to unpack what's truly important in all these fast-moving developments, maybe highlight some surprising facts that might make you raise an eyebrow and get right to the so what for you. Let's dive in. So we're kicking things off with a look behind the scenes. How the biggest names in tech are trying to dominate the AI landscape. And I mean dominate.
It really feels like that.
What we're seeing isn't just like a competitive market. It seems like a full-blown, no-holds-barred talent war. The stakes just couldn't be higher. It's like this global scramble for the smartest AI minds.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
When we talk AI, it's easy to focus on the algorithms, the data, but the human intelligence behind it, that's maybe the most critical asset right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the lengths companies are going to secure that talent are just, well, unprecedented.
Totally. Think about this. Mark Zuckerberg at Meta, he's personally leading this massive recruitment drive for a new superintelligence lab, no less.
Personally leading it? Wow.
Yeah. This isn't just some broad HR campaign. He's personally reaching out to hundreds of top-tier researchers, scientists, infrastructure engineers, product stars, entrepreneurs, you name it, directly.
And he's coming armed, I gather.
Oh, yeah. With some truly eye-watering incentives.
It's more than just a new department, isn't it? A superintelligence lab that implies a focus on pushing AI way beyond current models, like aiming for AI that surpasses human intelligence in many areas.
Exactly. It's the ultimate moonshot.
And you need the absolute best of the best to even try that.
And the numbers, they back that ambition up. We're talking offers of hundreds of millions of dollars in pay packages.
Wait, hundreds of millions?
Per person.
That's what the report suggests. Yeah, you heard that right. Hundreds of millions. And get this, in at least one case, Zuckerberg discussed buying an entire startup outright.
Okay.
Not for its product or revenue necessarily, but just to bring its talent on board.
Wow.
That's how aggressive this race is getting. It shows that for these giants, human capital is like the new gold. It's absolutely staggering, isn't it? But it does make you wonder, if you're throwing that kind of money around, how sustainable is that?
Good question.
And what does it say about the value they're betting on? If it's purely about securing people at almost any cost. I mean, this level of investment really underscores this strategic importance they place on winning this AI race.
Now, here's something really surprising that came out of the sources. Despite these, frankly, astonishing financial offers, some potential candidates have actually hesitated to join Meta.
Oh, interesting. Even with that money.
Right. You'd think it'd be a no-brainer, but it seems there's more to it than just the paycheck for some of these top folks. Maybe it's the vision, the culture, maybe the company's perception. Who knows? And just to show how incredibly competitive this is, OpenAI, a direct rival, has been actively giving counteroffers to people Meta tries to poach.
The counterput.
Exactly. This isn't just friendly competition. It's an all-out battle for the human intelligence needed to build artificial intelligence.
What's really fascinating here is how this talent war goes beyond just money. It's a strategic fight for the intellectual capital that's going to define the next decade of tech.
For sure.
But this concentration of talent in just a few huge companies, it raises a big question, doesn't it? Does it speed up AI progress within those hubs, creating an even bigger gap between the giants and everyone else?
Or does it maybe stifle the kind of distributed open innovation that often drives tech leaps?
Exactly. It's not a simple answer. There are arguments both ways.
And this talent grab isn't always about individuals, right? Sometimes it's whole teams or companies.
Correct.
Meta's strategy, for instance. They're not just recruiting engineers one by one. They approached Runway, that video generation startup, for a takeover.
I remember that buzz.
Those talks didn't go far, apparently, but it shows their appetite for acquiring whole capabilities and the minds behind them. In the end, Meta pursued a deal with Scale AI instead, which suggests, a consistent focus on boosting their core AI infrastructure.
But it's not all about the megacore and their huge acquisitions.
Mhm.
There's this interesting counter movement, a different kind of investment happening too.
Oh, like what?
Well, take the Load Institute. It's a new lab co-founded by the founders of Perplexity AI
The AI search engine.
and Databricks, the big data and AI platform. They've set up a $100 million fund. But here's the thing. It makes investments structured, like grants for research.
That's not equity.
It seems like it. Specifically aiming for solutions that benefit humanity. It suggests there's this parallel track where some top minds are looking to contribute to AI for the broader public good, not just corporate bottom lines.
That's actually really encouraging to hear. A different dimension to this whole talent discussion.
Definitely. It highlights diverse motivations within the AI world.
Okay, so moving from the people behind the tech to the tech itself,
Yeah.
let's talk about this potentially revolutionary new AI device that's been kind of shrouded in secrecy. This next bit has me really intrigued. All the cloak and dagger stuff.
Yeah. The whispers have been loud for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
OpenAI getting into hardware.
Yeah.
Now we finally have some details, though still a lot of mystery.
Exactly. Court filings, of all things, from a trademark dispute have revealed some fascinating bits about OpenAI and this company, IO, trying to build a mass-market AI hardware device.
Okay, so it's confirmed they're working on something tangible.
Right. The filings confirm they've been vigorously researching in-ear hardware devices, so you immediately think, okay, advanced earbuds, right?
Makes sense?
Well, maybe not so fast. According to IO's chief hardware officer, a prototype that Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO, showed off in IO's launch video, it was not an in-ear device.
Huh. Not in-ear.
No, and crucially, he said it wasn't a wearable device either, at least not in the traditional sense we think of, like a watch or smart glasses.
Okay, now that is weird. Not in-ear, not wearable. What's left?
It leaves us with the real puzzle. The design isn't finalized. The product is apparently at least a year away from being sold or even advertised. It's like they're building this black box, and we're just getting these tantalizing hints about the insides without knowing the shape. What could it even be?
A puzzle indeed. When you say not in the traditional sense, my mind starts racing. This secrecy, especially about the form factor, it just highlights the huge challenge, the ambition involved in trying to bring a truly novel AI hardware product to market.
Right.
What exactly could they mean by a mass-market AI hardware device that isn't wearable or in-ear? Are we talking ambient? Something that interacts with us without being physically honest?
Maybe. Or something that redefines input-output beyond screens and touch.
Could be. This really could be the next leap beyond smartphones, changing how we interact with AI and info. But, it's success. That's going to depend entirely on how seamlessly it fits into our lives and actually solves real problems, not just another gadget.
Yeah, definitely. But it's clear companies are pushing AI beyond just software. Even besides these secret projects, we're already seeing AI integrate more directly into devices, like Google bringing new Gemini features to Chromebooks.
Right, the on-device stuff.
Exactly. Newer, more powerful Chromebooks will soon have on-device AI, like image generation, text summaries, built right into the OS.
Which means faster, more private AI tasks, right? No need to send data to the cloud constantly.
Right from your laptop.
It's about bringing that intelligence closer to you, the user.
Yeah.
Improves privacy, improves speed. It's a tangible step towards more personal AI experiences.
And another related thing on the user experience front, 11 Labs, the voice AI company, they're amazing.
Incredible text-to-speech, yeah.
They just released a standalone voice generation mobile app, iOS and Android. Lets you access their newest text-to-speech model, V3 Alpha, which is like their cutting-edge stuff.
Oh, wow. So you can use their best voices right on your phone.
Yep. It's all about making these powerful AI tools more accessible, more ubiquitous, putting them right in the palm of your hand, literally. Okay, so let's shift gears now. Let's talk money. Or, more specifically, how are these AI companies actually going to make money, and what does that mean for you, the user?
Ah, the big question.
For a long time, a lot of tech companies, especially startups, they ran on what some people are calling the AI lifestyle subsidy.
Right, and that's a really key concept to grasp right now. Historically, venture capital, low interest rates, they pumped huge sums into startups, which let them offer services, often at a loss, just to grow their user base super fast. Think of all those free-for-now services we got used to. Early streaming trials, cheap ride shares back in the day.
Yeah, they're basically subsidizing our digital lives to get us hooked.
Exactly, it fueled explosive growth.
But that seems to be changing, fundamentally changing. Today, investor money, it's increasingly going straight into subsidizing the incredibly high operational costs of AI.
That's the key difference.
AI is notoriously expensive to run. The computing power for training, just building the models, is immense. And then there are the ongoing inference costs. That's the cost every single time someone uses the model.
Right, every query, every image generated, every translation. The meter is always running.
Always running.
And this shift in where the money's going has a really clear implication that AI lifestyle subsidy, it's likely coming to an end.
The free ride is over.
Pretty much. It means AI products, which cost so much to operate, will likely soon start showing ads to actually make money. There's a phrase going around that's quite stark. AI serves its users for now, but in the near future, AI will serve ads.
Wow, that's blunt.
It is. But it reflects the economic reality. It's a fundamental shift in the business model.
And we've already seen hints of this, right? Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, he previously called advertising basically a last resort for his company. Sounded pretty reluctant.
Yeah, he signaled they really didn't want to go that route.
But his stance seems to have softened quite significantly. He even called Instagram ads kind of cool.
Kind of cool. That's quite a shift.
For the CEO of a company like OpenAI, yeah, that's a big change in perspective. It definitely suggests the door is open for ad integration.
And, this shift to ads isn't just about business models. It feels like it could redefine our relationship with AI itself.
How so?
Well, if the tools designed to help us, to be intelligent assistants, also become channels for advertising, how does that impact our trust?
Right. Does the subtle nudge towards a sponsored product erode the AI's perceived objectivity?
Exactly. What happens when the best answer to your question isn't the most accurate one, but the one that's most profitable for the AI company? It also throws up these critical legal discussions that are already happening.
That's a huge point. Beyond just the user experience, this whole push for monetization, and even just the act of training these AI models, it's sparking massive legal fights. There's a big lawsuit, Disney and NBC Universal versus Midjourney. Apparently, it isn't primarily about the money, the damage.
It's about the precedent, right?
Exactly. It's about setting a legal precedent for AI. Crucially, how AI companies can operate, how they can train their models using existing content.
Yeah, this lawsuit is less about immediate cash and more about defining the fundamental rules for AI development going forward. The outcome could have a massive impact on all creatives, artists, writers, musicians.
And the future of AI development itself, really, especially around intellectual property, copyright, fair use, all that stuff in the age of generative AI.
It's a legal battle that will shape the very foundation of how AI interacts with human-created content. Is AI transformative, or is it just a giant copying machine? That's kind of what's at stake.
Yeah. Okay, so we've unpacked quite a bit. The intense $100 million race for AI talent.
Yeah, the talent war.
Explored the mysterious future of AI hardware that might not be what we expect at all.
Still scratching my head about that one.
Me too. And grappled with this inevitable shift towards AI paying its own way, likely through advertising.
The end of the subsidy.
We've seen how fast this AI landscape is evolving, from boardrooms and research labs right down to your next device, and how these shifts are driven by both, tech possibility and straight-up economic reality.
Yeah, the implications are pretty clear, aren't they? AI isn't just some tech advancement. It's a fundamental force reshaping industries, legal frameworks, our daily digital lives.
Totally.
Understanding these foundational shifts, how AI is built, who builds it, how it makes money, it's absolutely key if you want to navigate the future effectively.
So here's a thought to leave you with. As AI gets more deeply woven into our lives, and its services rely more on ads, imagine a world where your smart assistant, the one meant to help you, might subtly nudge you towards a sponsored product.
Or where your creative tools meant to boost your imagination were trained on content used without clear permission.
How will we, as users, adapt to that new digital reality? And what new kinds of digital literacy will we need? To tell the difference between real utility and sponsored content, or original creation versus AI-generated stuff.
Lots to think about there.
Definitely. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope you've gained some valuable insights and have plenty to mull over as the future of AI keeps unfolding. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.